It's been 20 plus years since we saw a collaboration between Capcom and SNK. With all of the exciting announcements between both companies recently, we may soon see another installment to the long-awaited Capcom vs SNK 3. In today's video, I'll be discussing some reasons why we could see another installment for the series and what it could mean for both companies in the future. But before we get into the video, if you guys want to see more fighting game content on this channel, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Let's go back to how these two companies started to meet once again. Back in August of 2022, Capcom was in the phase to promote their next big fighting game, which was Street Fighter 6. During that Evo, Capcom and SNK were handing out posters that had the words "Welcome Back Evo" with two separate teams of characters from the Capcom side and the SNK side, with the illustrations coming from Shinichiro and Aizuki Ogura. By this time, fans including myself were wondering if SNK and Capcom were secretly working together once again, especially when the director and producers shared a picture together with the illustrations of the posters. This was also the same year that SNK had teased a new Fatal Fury was in the making after revealing Team Samsho was coming to King of Fighters 15. SNK will also come out to announce some classic games will be making a return. Those two games were SVC Match of Millennium and SVC Car Fighter Clash. Now I know companies usually do re-releases with some older titles, but the fact that these two games were collaborations between both companies and were re-released also meant this could be another step closer to seeing something happen with maybe a potential collab between Capcom and SNK again someday. Another big hint that was thrown into thinking that SNK and Capcom was holding something huge in collaboration was with the mobile game KOF All Stars. Even though this game is discontinued, this mobile game had a collaboration with Capcom's Street Fighter 5 and 6. Having many characters from the Capcom side join into the game with KOF characters was met with a lot of success. This also sparked a lot of conversation with fans into believing we could maybe see a Team Street Fighter coming to KOF 15 or some other sort of collaboration in the future. Fast forward 1 year after Street Fighter 6 release. In June of 2024, Capcom revealed their next season for Street Fighter 6, which had fans shocked all around the world. Capcom came out to reveal that Terry Bogard and Mai Shiranui were coming into Street Fighter 6 as guest characters. This sent waves of excitement through the fighting game community, and it also represents a landmark moment in fighting game history, bringing beloved characters from rival franchises and expanding the horizons for fans of both series. As a big fan of both Mai and Terry, I never thought we'll see the day that these two characters come into a crossover with Street Fighter, or just see a collaboration in a Capcom game in general. Seeing the love that Capcom has put into Terry from his move list to his arcade mode, with having the rivalry with Ken still being continued in today's times, is insane to me. As well with Capcom having Fatal Fury themed battle passes with all kinds of cool accessories for your avatar. On August 24th, 2024, we finally got what we all have been asking for. On this day, we finally got the announcement that Capcom vs SNK would be returning on modern day consoles with rollback netcode and the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. This collection will obtain not only Capcom vs SNK 1 and 2, but other cool Capcom titles like Power Stone 1 and 2, Project Justice, and many others. With this collection having modern day features such as a simple control option, music player, and online rank mode, it brings me so much joy to know that we are not just getting a standard port with good online, but a port that was made with love for people who asked for the return of these games. Which now brings us to Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. SNK announced another significant crossover was coming to City of the Wolves during the release week of Terry for Street Fighter 6. This crossover revealed that Capcom's Ken and Chun-Li from Street Fighter would be appearing as DLC in SNK's Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. This was another big groundbreaking reveal that left people including myself speculating even more that a CVS 3 was happening. During the SNK Tokyo Game Show panel, Yakuzuki Oda, the producer for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, sat down with the producer and director of Street Fighter 6, Takayuki Nakayama and Shuhei Matsumoto. With both sides answering a lot of questions about how both companies started to work together again, one interesting question was brought up. That question was, what decided for Terry and Mai to be good picks for the Street Fighter 6 crossover and Ken and Chun-Li to be good picks for the City of the Wolves crossover? Yakuzuki Oda replied, there are many characters that were recommended by the staff at SNK, like Rolento, but we thought of the most natural combination of characters that would please users, so that's why we chose Ken and Chun-Li. Shuhei Matsumoto followed up after Yakuzuki Oda's response with, for Street Fighter, having a guest character from the Fatal Fury series is important. In Capcom vs SNK, there was some interaction between Terry and Ken and Chun-Li and Mai. We thought that would bring the most excitement, so that's why we approached SNK. This statement from Shuhei Matsumoto reveals the thoughtful consideration behind the character selections for these crossovers. It's clear that both companies are actively building to create exciting new experience for fans. The mention of interactions between these characters in previous Capcom vs SNK games is particularly noteworthy, as it suggests a deliberate effort to tap into nostalgia while also paving the way for potential future collaborations. Now, I know I say this a lot in my past videos, but I genuinely think if we do get a Capcom vs SNK 3, this will be a great opportunity to have a good balance between old generation and new generation characters. With Street Fighter 6 and Fatal Fury City of the Wolves pushing the new guards while keeping some of the old guards, this will be a great chance to see cool dialogue between new gen characters from both sides, and also setting up new rivalries within the Capcom vs SNK franchise. This is one way to have people be familiar with these set of characters and also for future collaboration with other companies. Overall, I think we could see another installment within the Capcom vs SNK series. Between all of the huge collaborations with SNK and Capcom, there has to be another installment someplace in the future. We are very far off from seeing this happen, but when it does, this will be a dream come true in a lot of fans' eyes, and this will mean even more big exciting things will happen in the future of these companies. Now I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe we could see a Capcom vs SNK 3 one day? And what other collaborations would you guys like to see happen in the future of fighting games? And yeah, that was all for today's video. If you guys want to see more fighting game content on this channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It is your boy EdoSaiyan. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, stay safe. Love y'all. Peace out.
Get ready for the next battle.